The wind in the Slavic lands whispers tales not just through the ancient pines, but through the very cracks in the weathered walls of homes. These are tales of Kikimora, a creature as changeable as the moon itself, a spirit who straddles the line between the comforting hearth and the untamed wilderness. Woe betide those who encounter her, for her presence is a mystery, and her temper as unpredictable as a summer squall. Within the confines of the home, a watchful eye might catch a flicker of movement behind the stove, a glimpse of unbound hair like a waterfall of shadows dancing in the flickering firelight. This could be Kikimora, the unseen resident who inhabits the warm embrace of the hearth, much like the domovoi, the male guardian spirit. Yet, unlike the domovoi, Kikimora's form is as unsettling as the creaking floorboards at night. By the soft glow of a single candle, she might appear as an ordinary woman, her face obscured by the cascading locks that shroud her like a veil. But let a draught extinguish the flame, and a gasp might escape your lips as she contorts into a wizened crone. Age seems to weigh heavily on her hunched back, her skin a canvas etched with the grime of neglect, her eyes glinting with an unsettling intelligence. Venture beyond the reassuring walls of the home, however, and the whispers morph into chilling pronouncements. Here, Kikimora sheds her domestic disguise and becomes a manifestation of the untamed forces that course through the very heart of the wild. Tales spun fireside by flickering flames paint her as a skeletal creature, a chilling silhouette stark against the full moon. Imagine a head no larger than a clenched fist atop a body as thin as a weathered branch, a body that seems to bend and twist with an unnatural grace. Some terrified whispers speak of a beak, long and menacing, that clacks with an otherworldly hunger. Claws for fingers rake at the unseen world, and her feet, gnarled and twisted, resemble those of a ravenous bird of prey. Yet, within this terrifying exterior lies a duality that keeps the Slavs on edge. For Kikimora, driven by forces unknown, may choose to become a house spirit. Here, her focus takes a peculiar turn: the well-being of the clucking inhabitants of the farmyard, the chickens. In the hushed hours of the night, when the farmhouse sleeps and the moon bathes everything in an ethereal glow, Kikimora becomes a spectral guardian, a silent helper who lessens the burden on the weary farmer's wife. Her presence is a secret blessing, a haunting hum in the air as chores are mysteriously completed with an otherworldly efficiency. Imagine waking to find the coop freshly cleaned, the feed troughs brimming, a helping hand extended to those overburdened with work. But let not the farmer's wife breathe a sigh of relief, for Kikimora is a creature of order. A messy abode, a disrespected hearth, or any slight against her unseen presence will turn her helpful spirit sour. When angered, Kikimora sheds her guise of benefactor and transforms into a malevolent tormentor. Her targets? The most vulnerable, the children of the household. Sleepless nights become a chilling reality as Kikimora descends upon the slumbering innocents. Her touch is like a feather, yet it leaves behind an unsettling tickle that disrupts slumber and sends shivers down the spine. Her whines and whistles echo through the darkened rooms, a symphony of malice designed to shred the nerves and steal away any semblance of peace. Imagine a child tossing and turning in bed, haunted by unseen fingers that brush against their skin, the air filled with eerie, otherworldly sounds that defy explanation. The only way to appease the enraged Kikimora is through a rigorous cleansing ritual. Every corner of the home must be scrubbed until it gleams, not a speck of dust left to mar its surface. But the real test lies with the pots, which must be washed in a potent concoction brewed from the essence of ferns, a task that chills the blood and tests the resolve of even the bravest soul. Only then will Kikimora relent, her spectral form fading away with the first rays of dawn, leaving behind an unsettling quietude that hangs heavy in the air. But the terror doesn't end there. Kikimora has another, darker aspect, one that chills the blood and sends shivers down the spine. Much like the wailing banshee of Irish lore, Kikimora spins at night. The rhythmic whirring of her unseen spindle is a death knell, a grim prophecy for those unfortunate enough to witness it. The sight of her spinning is a harbinger of doom, a malevolent promise whispered on the wind that one of the household will soon draw their last breath. Imagine the sight: a spectral figure bathed in moonlight, her skeletal form hunched over an unseen spindle, the rhythmic whir creating a low, mournful hum that vibrates through the very foundation of the house. The sound is like 1,000 fingernails scraping against a chalkboard, a sound that chills the soul and leaves a cold sweat clinging to the skin. Those who have seen Kikimora spin speak of a sudden, inexplicable chill that washes over them, a feeling of dread that settles in the pit of their stomach like a cold stone. The air crackles with an unseen energy, and the hairs on the back of their neck stand on end. Some claim to see a faint, spectral glow emanating from the spinning figure, a ghostly luminescence that illuminates the room in an eerie, otherworldly light. But the most terrifying aspect isn't the sight or the sound, but the knowledge that comes with it. To witness Kikimora spinning is to be marked for death. It is a prophecy whispered on the wind, a chilling certainty that one of the household will soon meet their demise. The timing is never certain. It could be days, weeks, or even months. But the knowledge hangs heavy in the air, a dark cloud that casts a long shadow over the unsuspecting family. Panic can be a deadly response. Villages whisper of families who, upon witnessing Kikimora spin, succumbed to the terror, their fear hastening the very doom they sought to avoid. Instead, tradition dictates a specific course of action. The eldest member of the household must approach the unseen spinner with offerings: a loaf of fresh bread, a glass of pure milk, and a single white linen cloth. These offerings are placed on the doorstep at the witching hour, a silent plea for mercy, a desperate attempt to appease the wrathful spirit. The following days are filled with a tense, suffocating silence. Every creak of the floorboard, every rustle of wind outside the window, takes on a new meaning, a potential harbinger of the coming doom. Villages hold their breath, waiting to see which unfortunate soul will succumb to Kikimora's prophecy. Even if the family survives the initial prophecy, the memory of Kikimora's spinning lingers. It becomes a dark stain on their history, a chilling reminder of the capriciousness of fate and the ever-present power of the unseen world. The wind in the Slavic lands may whisper tales, but sometimes the whispers turn into chilling screams, a stark reminder that the line between comfort and chaos, between hearth and wilderness, is thinner than we dare imagine.